Nah, just don't tell him. We'll just start with Evan.
No,
Are you guys gonna run this simultaneously or gonna do it one by one?
no, they're simultaneous.
Okay.
I'll just send him I'll send Foz a message.
Nah, don't worry about it.
No.
They're late, they're late. Come on, Steve,
send
I've
him
got
a
to try and
message.
feel about something good.
I want them in here so I can see how fast they are.
Chibi, that looks a lot better. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Streams up does.
Yeah. That is better. I'll give you a hand before next week's. Not that I know, but I'm happy to run some practice and give you a hand before next week. Then you can give me a hand with the Toyota Crown that you're going to set up. At work. You know.
What the fuck?
What?
Are you reading this shit, Steve-O?
No.
Foz says something has come up. He won't be able to make it. Brocky lost his finger in his belly button.
Wait, what?
What?
What? Huh?
When you say
I
his,
just hear what I thought I heard.
when you say his, do you mean he lost it in Brockies or he lost it in
I'll
Oz's?
go have a look at this shit. Let's go.
I'm confused. Like, what the
Maybe
fuck?
they come in for a sneak peek to see what people was running.
Of course I did.
Then they will come in later in the next round and join in. But this round pays more points anyway, so...
They're lost. Still don't know what.
Oh, does this go off an enduro sheet?
Yep.
Yep, righto. Remind me about that.
You've got to change your sheet, do you?
Well, I don't know if I do or if I don't. I can't actually remember. But it's very easy to do. Like it's, you delete one word and put a different word in, it's fixed.
I'm gonna go for a quick beer before you start this.
Why do people ask me questions? Yep. Good answer. No, I just can never remember because I've done all the sheets for that many series now. I get confused between what's what.
I'll tell you if it's... In the points table, you only have one set of points.
Yeah, that's easy. I can fix that. It's like,
I have wrote enduro in the title for each
Perfect.
thing, but
yeah, that makes it easy.
so we're at 7:30 now, so everyone's back.
Why are you
Yeah,
gonna make
look,
it fucking hard for me?
I'm waiting for Stoney to come back,
I'm just
Yeah.
jumping on quickly.
and we'll
How
create
many races have you got?
6 at the moment. When Stoney comes back
There's a
in, it'll be
couple on their
7.
way.
7. Okay, all good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to
So-
start the 500 lobby.
Yep. So we'll jump out of your chat and create our own.
Sounds good.
Okay. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah,
fun.
good luck.
mate.
Alright,
See ya.
luck all.
See ya. Bye.
Fun.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Alright. Hey Snorks, hey Aussie, hello viewers, how are we? Sorry, I was just in party chat with the boys. Been doing some practice here a little bit. We've got potentially 7, maybe an 8th member coming for this GT300 lobby. And after we do this race, we will go load the replay to the GT500 lobby, and we'll have a watch of it. Do a chibi out on track in the Skyline, the GT300 spec Skyline here. We've got quite a few Mazdas in the series as well. We've got Goju in the Mazda, we are in a Mazda, Matt Dened is in the Mazda, Mackie's not, I think he's in a BMW, yes he is, Snorksy is in a Mazda, and Stoney all in Mazdas, so it's very dominated here. A few people are missing this week as well that have stated their intentions for later, so we'll see them jump in afterwards. I don't have the chat at the moment yet, Stone Harbour. I'll have to have a look. There we go, I've just got the invite. So you should have your invite in a second.
So who did I miss? I've got 1, 2, I've got 6. So it's just Stoney, isn't it? Does anyone know what Stoney's PSN is off the top of their head? Or am I not friends with him? Surely I am.
There you go, Stone Harbour _ 32V.
Can you invite him? Because I can't see him in my list.
Where'd he go? There we go.
Okay, guys.
His accounts appear offline, that's why I can't find him either. Hold on.
Yeah,
There we go.
there he is.
Yeah, I just had to scroll down a bit further.
Hey, Stoney. Look, it's 34 past. Stoney's just jumped back in. Thanks for doing that, Stoney. Look, what I'll do is I'll give it. Does anyone need more time or anything, or a break before quali, or is it pretty much good to go? Yeah. Look, just the thing, we are at Suzuka. I don't know anything you guys don't know, but take a moment, consider if you're going to buy some tyres or not. I would recommend that you do, but it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, pretty close. Cool.
I'll give you a minute to make that decision or choose.
Oh, is that DK?
Don't DK, hey fellas, you got room for one more.
I don't know who DK is.
Oh, is this approved driver series, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is
but
too,
I,
isn't it?
but,
yeah. Keep forgetting that.
But, yeah. Is he...
DK's been racing with us in Bondi Supercar Sundays.
Yeah, he's sad. You're
in
sad, Bears,
race
mate.
2.
Right.
Yeah, look, I'm assuming he doesn't have a car set up and that sort of thing. And he's probably a bit new to be on the approved drivers list because he's only been in for a round or two, so I'm probably just going to leave that at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
DK,
right.
if you didn't hear that, we're just going to have to pass on this week. We'll be in touch.
Happy to have it. If he wants to reach out to me in the Discord, I'm happy to have a chat about it and give him some chat on what's actually what he's got to do and that sort of stuff to move his way up to the approved drivers list. But at this stage, I think at this last stage we're not going to do that.
Goju, what was the thing with tyres?
Yeah.
I was just making the suggestion that because we are at Suzuka, it can rain here.
Oh, yeah, true.
So if you haven't got a set,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, good idea.
because it's happened to all of us,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I didn't have a set board, that's cool.
and it's never been fun.
I can't imagine.
Except when it happened to Giffo, it was fun for the rest of us.
That was funny, but
It was very funny for everybody.
These things are bad enough in the dry as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for understanding, DK.
But like I said,
Yeah,
happy to be in chat with him and see what we can do about moving him that way. Just initially.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
and there's plenty of series that are open to everyone to build up experience and
Actually,
stuff too, so.
if he wants to work his way towards the approved drivers list, I would say that the Wednesday night series is a tuning series. It's a one make. It's fairly simple tuning. That would be an ideal one for him to get started. And Friday,
That's an engine swap, though, isn't it?
There's your free plug. Yeah, but there's only limited tuning options for it.
Yeah, fair.
Hey guys, if everyone's good to go, I am going to kick this off. So consider that 10-second warning.
Yep.
Let's hit it.
Good luck,
That's
dudes.
good.
I'll jump out. So I'll just skip this week anyway because I haven't got enough. I've only got a couple of cars and haven't tried anything. So I'll probably join
That's all
next
good.
week.
Righto.
Cool.
All good.
I'll check the
See you, man.
stream. See you in the stream.
Cheers.
Have a good
Good
one,
luck,
man.
guys.
No, DK, it's just the night that they do it here. Monday nights and Thursday nights are approved driver list. And then we've got, like our weekend series that aren't. We've got Wednesdays that aren't as well. Tuesdays, I don't believe are. So there's plenty of other opportunity to get in. It's just tonight you've got to manage to get onto that list. But they are split. They are the 500s and the 300s, and we're here in the 300 lobby tonight, giving it a crack.
Probably Nissan's factory driver.
Remember, so if you take yourself back and I'll just think about this, in 1995, right, you think about what human behaviour is like and how many people would have been going, no, four-wheel drives are shit. Only real men drive rear-wheel drives. Like, hey, what'd you call them? 50-year-olds.
50-year-olds, in brackets, derogatory.
Oh, it's getting worse. Right, quite quality, I think, now that you've said that. Fuck it.
Yeah, I reckon we ban this guy out. Set up for the lap set.
He'll get sprint round points on the table for sure.
Hey, Chibi, do you mind if I squeeze past while you serve your pen? Thanks, man.
Righto, guys. Good session. Look, we have got an hour race. Given the fact that we have got an hour, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes break. Does anyone need longer than 2 minutes? Righto, I'm going to assume not. Look, it's already turned over to 7:50. I will kick it off because we're partway through. I'll kick it off at 7:53 if you're back by then. Matt, very well done. Great lap time. Good quality.
Yeah.
It's not a bad mix of cars, but just 6 cars, 7 cars.
Yeah, it's not too bad, eh?
Yeah.
Both the RX-7s seem fairly evenly matched too, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless I'm mistaken, the FC seems to have the straight line over the FD, but the FD seems nicer through the corners.
Oh, the FC's
or at least that was
corners.
what me and Friday found last night, just having fun.
Yeah. I was in
Cool.
no man's land with my
I'd pull
setup.
away,
Yeah.
and Goji would catch me in the braking zone and mid-corner.
Yeah. Well, I just whacked your setup on before I jumped on, and I cut 3 seconds off my old lap time. My setup was just trash. I can't set up cars for shit.
It's always nice when someone uses your setup, isn't it? And rips your lap time up, isn't it, Friday? Love that.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like in the Mark series, I put the bass tune out for everyone, and then in the party chats, everyone was going, well, afterwards it was like, what tune did you use? It was like, I used Friday's tune. I'm like, fuck, wasn't that good of a tune? Like, come on.
Like it's a 1.2 gap. You'd think he'd split the difference with you, wouldn't he? Like, and you just both go like to 2089. Like that'd be good. Yeah. Alright, guys, we are coming up on 7:53.
Alright, good luck, guys. Have fun.
Yeah. Good luck, lads.
All right. The horny grid begins. We have a rolling start procedure. Welcome. It's the first round of the Japan Touring Car Championship. We're in the GT500 class with a bunch of races here today, 7 of them. We've got 5 Mazdas, a BMW and something else, Skyline. And then after this we'll grab the replay of the 500 race. Give that a watch. It is an hour tonight at Suzuka, random weather. I think for the RX-7s, most of them are going to be on the one-stop strategy. Oh fuck, I forgot to get my bloody sim dashboard app on. So got a bit of a scrap for the lead here. Oh, no! We've gone around. Go mate, go Snorksy. No, don't give me this, I was gonna push you. It's alright. Oh shit. Teammates. No, I've come out of the corner on the power, and as I've looped it, he's touched me, he's waited up for me, he didn't need to do that. Alright, still an hour and 57 minutes. No, it's all good, Snorks. That was my mistake, and then you tagged me. Look, we've got a yellow flag just here anyway. So it's another spot gain that's unfortunately Chibi's gone around. It's a very long race here. That was my own mistake, and you just got caught up in it. You didn't have to wait up. Past. North Sea, our teammate, keeping up with us here. Now I got in a handful of laps into the race. Shit, just as I start talking. Butcher it. Apart from that and another early mistake has been smooth sailing. So these models are RX-7 are fairly evenly matched. As you can see, the FC has got a definite power advantage. Keep binning it. The FD is definitely a lot stronger through the corners, so they are very evenly matched. Looks like the top three are very, very close together still. Looks like Stoney and Goju are having a good scrap. Oh no! midway into the race. We are sitting in fifth. A few mistakes. Looks like there's a good scrap going on for second place between Stoney and Goju on the mini-map, allowing Matt to slightly sneak off. Yeah, it's Norks. I'm thinking of pitting in about 3 laps time. About 34, 33 minute mark. I'm taking on some softs. I don't know what your softs look like, but mine are kind of just hitting the cliff now. Kills are about the same. Yeah, my plan was to hit about the halfway mark a few minutes before won't hurt us. Tyres will last to the end, there will be a reduced fuel load as well. So duck in whenever you want to duck in. But yeah, I'm on a very similar strategy to you, I think. I will be taking softs personally and going until the end. So it's up to you what tyre you want to use. The softs will drop off towards the end of the race, but the mediums won't. Take a splash of fuel to the I'd take maybe 10% when I hit. That'll get me home. Yep, go, try the mediums. G-Mackey's 12 seconds behind us. I'm assuming everyone's going to pit at least once. Do it. Yeah, that's it. At least you'll be confident. At least you know that tyre's going to make it last until the end. There's the top four for the moment. We will be pitting. We won't be able to finish the race on these tyres. Not sure what the guys ahead are planning on. But I believe everyone should be on a one stop. We are going to come in this lap now. Take a splash of fuel, new set of tyres. Send it home. So Chibi is now in the pits as well, so that makes Snorksy, myself and Chibi the only ones to pit so far in this race. We are approaching the halfway mark. He's on the mediums, we're on the softs. With our teammates, so very courteous of him. But his tyres will be better at the end of the race than anyone that stays on the softs. Mackie in the pits ahead of us. Now in the pits. Quite a lead on us too, so should see him pop out back in front of us. seconds up ahead. And we push way too hard into the corner. Getting excited seeing another car ahead we could possibly catch up to. Chinese was on medium tire. This is the first time I've seen that was actually on the medium tire. Snorks in about 5 seconds behind us. I know he's on the medium tire to finish the race. Stoney's now pitted, he's just behind us on a fresh set of the racing soft tyre. Absolute heartbreak. Picked up some of the slippery stuff on the outside under brakes. That was it. Oh shit. Fuel check. I've got 38% left. 9 laps. Kenny, how are you, mate? $44% for you. Should be right. I'm gonna need some short shift when we get home. And even more short than where I am already shifting, so. Not even sure if my tyres are going to last. These are worn pretty quickly. Yeah, I think in an ideal world I would have went a couple of percent more. Minutes to go. Out in front with 20 minutes to go. He has not stopped this race so far. We've got Goju sitting in second place with Stoney in third, about 5 seconds up the road from us. Who's in fourth with Snorksy, our teammate, sitting behind us in fifth. It's about time that these soft tyres are going to start falling off in times, and those medium tyres that Snorksy's on will pick up in times. trying to let Snorksy through with the pen. There's no point letting me pass the wall. Your tyres are going to be heaps better than mine. I'm just going to try and push you if I catch you. Taking that turn, not full race. We are now 3/4 of the way through the race. Just under 15 minutes to go. We've got Matt out to a commanding lead, followed by Goju, who's got a nice little buffer there over Stoney. And we've got Snorks in fourth, just ahead of us with our teammate. And G-Mac about 30 seconds behind us in sixth, followed by Chewy. Fuel saving a little bit down that straight. Patting out into the pits, 3 litres remaining. He was on the mediums. I dare say he'll come out on the softs and absolutely smash that fastest lap time. Out, he's still in the lead. Like the second or third time we picked up the slippery stuff there. Corner entry on the brakes. These tyres are booked, we're hanging on just. I don't think we'll get to the end of the race. Faster than anticipated. Oh no! The tyres are gone. They've gone off. Got 30 seconds to chicken back in behind us. So we might hit. Oh, Socks has gone off. We might hit for a fresh set of softs. Tiny splash of fuel. Who's that? Oh, that's Chibi. Chibi's parked. Only have 3 laps of fuel at the moment. got 7.5 minutes left, only 2.5 laps of fuel. We are going to have to hit. And we're jumping into the pits. Got nothing on these tyres, and I'm too fuel compromised. Hopefully I can stay in front of G-Mackie. But yeah, we are only a few minutes away from the finish of the race. Matt out to a commanding lead after making the mediums last. Making them last almost 50 minutes, and you've got Stoney, followed by Goju, and then Snorksy. Jimmy is now in the pits. Looks like he's in the same boat, not enough fuel. Alright, 6 minutes to go. Short fuel, is that what you're saying? You've got a big gap. If you need to fuel save hard, you've got a big gap. You need to whack it in fuel map 6, you've got 30 seconds behind you, and then after a couple of seconds block with G-Mackie behind. Don't think it's going to make a difference. Well, if you do need to pit, you will get out in front of me, I believe. Yeah, you're going to be last person to do the extra lap anyway. Yep, alright, no worries. Get it home how you need to get it home. minutes left on the timer as we come around. This will be our last lap. 4 guys ahead of us will get that extra lap in. Time is about to hit 0. The top 4 ahead of us have crossed that line. This will be the first one across the line as the timer runs out. 27 laps completed in 5th place. G Mackie about 6 seconds behind us, and Chickies a bit back off that, rounding out our 7-car grid tonight. Alright, it looked close there between Stoney and Goge, who took 2nd and 3rd, but it was Matt with a start to finish, spanking on the rest of the field, finishes in 1st position, 40 seconds ahead of Stoney and Goge. We've got Snooksy, who's going to finish in 4th place, ourselves in 5th, got Mackie in 6th, Chibi in 7th, and not too long after now, we are going to go and check out the GT500 replay and have that on stream for the guys to watch. Yeah, well done everyone. We've lifted and coasted most of the back straight. Nice, yeah. The start, man, that was my fault. You didn't need to wait up. I picked up too much power coming out of the corner. Giffo, you're uploading the 500s now. Nice, yeah, I'll just save this replay here. I'll also share it while we're here. I'll show you in a second, Gifo. Yeah, look, we would have done alright if it wasn't for... I made quite a handful of mistakes there, but I reckon we could have been able to keep up, at least on the back of the podium places there. Yeah, no, I just picked up too much power coming out and looped myself, and unfortunately we just touched from that. You didn't need to wait up at all. But yeah, after that we did well. We did well driving together. But yeah, we both ran a little bit short with our fuel. I made way too many mistakes as well. I said, seeing you made a few little errors. So, but all in all, it was a decent race. Just a shame there was only 7 cars on the grid. It would have been pretty good with 3 or 4 more people, I reckon. It definitely is going to be the Mazda Cup, and you see there's 5 of us. The top 5 are all Mazdas. Alright, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna jump off for a couple of minutes, have a bit of a stretch, go get a drink and a snack, and we can watch the GT500 race. Alright, we are back. Just screenshot that and send it to Gifo. There you go, Gifo. I've just sent the results. Into the Monday channel there. We'll go grab that replay.
Oh,
Righto.
look out.
Friday.
Here he is,
Here's
everyone's
trouble.
favourite.
What happened,
Friday.
Friday?
Oh, too many mistakes.
Dude, that's not like you. All right, I'm just gonna. What are we Tokyo South reverse for the first one? Friday.
For Mark, not Mark, the Royal.
Yep.
One sec.
I'm pretty sure it's Tokyo South reverse.
That sounds about right. I think it is actually.
Is South reverse south clockwise? Or is reverse counterclockwise?
Reverse
To be counterclockwise.
is counterclockwise. Because I think clockwise is the one that Bondi uses a bit for the supercars.
You know, so I need to turn off. Do you know the numbers off the top of your head?
Of the
Oh man,
horsepower
it's
and
your
everything.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 500 horsepower.
No limit on the PP. We'll start there. No limit. 500. Jesus, this is going to feel quick after that last thing.
Yeah.
Friggin'
Gonna jump
body
off.
roll.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Hey,
race,
Stoney.
guys.
Thanks for the
Have a
drive,
good
man.
night, Stoney. Cheers, mate.
And what was
Congrats.
the weight?
Nice one, that one.
The weight is 1400.
1400.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Great race. I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
See you,
See you,
mate.
mate.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Have a good one. Oh, it's the GT500 engine from the C430. Yeah, nice.
Righto, let's see if I
No.
can build something.
Tyres as mediums or softs? Or anything I feel like.
It's open.
Yep.
Hard, medium, soft, whatever you want.
Yeah, no required tyres.
No.
No nitrous. Engine swap unrestricted. Tuning parts unrestricted. I reckon that's it. See if I got it right.
Is it just a case of pretty much whack the engine in it and just wound the power back on it?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
pretty much.
It's pretty interesting because there's really not
not much you can do with
there's
it. Really
not
once you put
many
the engine
settings.
swap in.
Yeah. That's actually why it was actually such a good car for this series, I think, because the fact that we're trying it with no PP, I think just kind of works with this combination. I think it's a great idea, Friday.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
Good go, alright, I reckon.
I'm
I
hoping
might
it
have gone
goes
over.
alright.
I might have gone over the top on the window banners, but
No,
Yeah, they're
it's
pretty
all
wild.
It's the best part.
good. It's all good.
just
Who was
kinda
it
gotta-
that put in the group chat the matching photo of their livery? Was it Rucky or?
Yeah,
I think it was
Rocky's done
Rocky, yeah, with the
already.
cup
Yeah,
noodles.
cup of
Yeah.
noodles.
Yeah.
He's like that, but Chibanari can tell me if he thinks I've gone suitably over the top with my car.
Oh man, it's pretty easy to whack on.
I do have a possibly alternate windscreen banner. By how well do you think I've overdone it? Not for this series. For any other series, way over. This one, not so much. Yeah, but it's pretty straightforward. It's not as... I haven't finished the other one with the full Larry wave and flag. It should be in there.
When I looked for it, I just seen the side window one.
Sorry, what was that, Friday?
I said I only noticed the side window one.
Maybe I haven't uploaded the other banner yet.
Alright, well, I think that last race just demonstrated that all of the Mazdas can do 40 minutes on fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, that race I had with Stone Harbour, that's significant actually. Like he's a long way in front of me typically. So
I noticed on the map you guys were pretty close together for quite a while, especially at the start of the race.
The furthest apart we were was like 4 seconds.
I was just watching the map.
Most of
He's
the time
always
we
on each
second.
other on the map.
Yeah.
Like just looked wild.
Yeah, true.
This needs a bit of tuning, but this is nice. I like this.
Oh, where are we? I need a livery.
It's not a bad car. The 8-speed gearbox is a bit interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna make
it's not a bad car. I reckon it's going to be great. I'll tell you it's going to be interesting. Ooh, that's a bit. The cars for Bathurst. Fuck, they're going to be hard work.
Yeah, supercars ones.
Oh, Jesus, they're going to be hard work.
Yeah, I think I'm only going to do like the 86s, I think. That's what I'm going to crack at.
Look, it'll be all right once we get a tune going and sharing them. Like once some of the guys actually put some tunes up, but 80 laps is 80 laps, but like...
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a decent stint, 80 laps.
Yeah, true.
Man, some wing changes, a little bit of diff in it. These are looking better already.
Yep, I knew what that meant.
Hang on. So there wasn't a PP, just power and weight,
No, that's actually what is going to make it so good.
Yeah.
I bet we use this idea after this Friday.
Well, I've used it before elsewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. But yeah, we used it elsewhere, and it was pretty interesting. You know, like you could get like I don't know what it was, like 615 or whatever PP out of the car, but the guy that won the series only had like 602 PP in his car. You know, so. But that was a long time ago, many updates ago.
Yeah, but was the guy's name Nif?
No. No, it wasn't.
I've definitely got to lengthen my gear out because I'm bouncing off the rev limiter at 260.
Yeah.
The gap between 7th and 8th isn't real big either.
It's going to be about tuning your suspension and gearbox to your liking, and then making.
No, it's going to be about the fully sick liveries, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the important bit, eh?
You see a cup of noodles going around the track? Well, you will
Yeah,
on
fuck
Wednesday.
that guy.
Get the anime girls on there, bro.
Oh, don't worry. The Nana will get a sniff of this and he'll be wanting to put.
Stiggy said he was kind of interested in the series too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. They used to make half-decent drift cars even, to be fair.
Yep.
If you built them a certain way and tuned them a certain way. Ugh.
There's some white, black. Really? It's a Toyota Crown.
Silver? Question mark?
How's your trip over there, man? Was it mainly to see your missus' family or?
Fuck.
Yeah, cool. Yep. Oh, yeah, cool. Really?
Yeah.
I've never been. Really? You allowed outside? Like, barbecue mushroom. Is that code for something? Yeah. Yeah, wow. Hang on, I'll be back in a
Oh
sec.
God, you've got to go down a lot of bloody gears. Jesus. Well, used to going down that many gears.
Yeah, the
But
gearbox throws you off a little bit.
Oh, hang on, Chibi.
Alright, well, either way, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to watch the replay of the
Alright, no worries. Oh.
GT500
Ah!
race.
No, you're right.
Alright, have a good one,
It's
guys.
alright. Yeah, have a good one. Have a good one Friday.
Alright. So, get ready to watch this replay. You're going to have Steve-O leading off. He's scored a pole position there over Ando in second. Good Vibes in third. Giffo fourth. Mac Nova there in fifth place. You've got Water Arrow in sixth. And Brucey there in seventh. So we had 7 cars in GT300 and 7 cars in GT500 tonight. So we'll send this thing off right now. We'll jump up the top here. See the boys absolutely send it at the beginning of this 1 hour race at Suzuka. The weather already looks a little bit different to what we had. It was very sunny the entire time. So we got Steve-O here out to a lead already. But if we go back, you've got Ando holding off Good Vibes. Giffo, basically the whole field is piled up behind Ando at the moment. Slightly slower start from him possibly. We go back here, you've got McNova, Bruce Arrow, who's managed to make his way to the back. He's in the R33. Bit of a first lap battle here with Brucey. So he goes side by side, he manages to get the move done coming into this double right-hander here, which I had so much difficulty with tonight in my 300 race. Gets it done, we will jump back up to second here. So you've got Ando still holding off Good Vibes, which McNova make a bit of a mistake on the braking there. So here's your battle at the moment. Steve-O's got a few car lengths ahead, and you've got Ando in second, Vibes in third, and Giffo in fourth. Go back a little bit there, you've got McNova now susceptible to water arrow. McNova made that mistake under braking only a few corners ago. It's allowed water arrow to catch right up here. He goes for a dive here in the braking zone. Can he manage to make it happen? No, he doesn't. He tucks back in behind McNova. Big, heavy skyline there. I mean, they're all relegated to their weight and stuff, but it still does feel very big and heavy. Absolute weapon. We made one to test with, and it was a monster. Does tend to chew into its tyres a bit worse than the rest of the cars though. You know, skyline problems. So Water Arrow gets that move done. He is up into 5th place now. So Steve-O is still our race leader. Well and truly ahead now. Here's the battle at the moment. Ando, Vibes, Giffo, second, third and fourth. And you got a little bit of a gap there. Back to Arrow, McNova, and a little bit more of a gap back to Brucey. So Ando being in the R32 skyline here tonight. Good Vibes and Giffo both behind in the Lambo. There's a few Lambos on the grid tonight. No worries, Aussie. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, mate. And oh, we get a bit of tyre squeal back there. What's happened? So it looks like Water Arrow's made a mistake. Big mistake has allowed Brucey back past us, back to last place. There's no damage on the car though. Damage is on right. And Brucey's managed to get up to 6th place now. McNova's in 5th. We've got Giffo still on the back of Vibes. He's on the right on the back of Ando here. Steve-O is just starting to walk away from these blokes. Ando's doing everything he can to defend and to keep hitting his numbers. Tyre wear, he's slightly worse off than the cars around him, slightly. It's the end of the second lap though, so that'll show that throughout the race that car will suffer with front tyres. He makes a mistake there and Vibes goes past. Giffo almost gets himself past as well, but just can't manage to get around. So Vibes now up to second. Giffo's going to try and make the inside move here on Ando. We go side by side. Giffo manages to get the move done in the second part of the corner there. So Ando had one mistake and now he's gone from second to 4th. So you've got Steve-O, Vibes, Giffo are your top 3. Ando's right on the back of Giffo here. He's going to hit the reset button, he's going to be head down, bum up, he's going to be going for it now. McNova's still there in 5th, Brucey 6th. Water Arrow's caught up to Brucey a little bit here. But Steve-O, nice commanding lead at the moment. He is sitting in 1st place as we come back to Vibes, Giffo, Ando. Battle for the podium there. McNova's not too far off the back of him now. You've got Brucey and Water Arrow back there, so the field's still pretty close together. We are only on the 3rd lap though. 5 minutes into the hour race, anything can happen. So, Ando's dropped back a little bit here from the boys ahead. Starting to really suffer from front tyre wear problems, I believe. The Skylines we made up as testing for this series, they were monsters, but only for a few laps, and then those front tyres would wear off and they would become very, very vulnerable. Right on board and a little bit here as he's chasing down the guys ahead. Front tyres on a hating one at the moment. The racing softy is on. Absolutely chewed up by the four-wheel drive system of the Skyline. Just keeping in touch with Giffo here. They've got good vibes just ahead in a 2nd place. McNova's not too far behind the battle here. A few seconds maybe. Got Arrow, Bruce battling at the back as well. So Arrow has managed to get back past Brucey, so Brucey's back down to 7th, Arrow's back up to 6th here. But Arrow has absolutely annihilated his front tyres in the process. Just doing a quick tyre check off the field, and it looks like Brucey, Sneaky and Vibes are all doing very well on their tyre wear. Gifo's doing very well as well compared to the other guys. And Ando's suffering with his front tyres. McNova's suffering with a bit of tyre wear more than the rest. Water Arrow's absolutely chewing rubber. Falling into that part of the race where everyone's trying to hit their markers, their strategies. Quite a bit of tyre bouncing from the rear of Giffen's car on corner exit there. So that getting your numbers and everything. Ando's doing very well on fuel compared to everyone else around him. So Brucey and Ando the best two on fuel, but Ando's one of the worst two on tyres on track. As Water Arrow here may have to come in for a pit. We are only 10 minutes into the race, and that R33 Skyline has absolutely cooked its front tyres. It's a hungry motherfucker. It's gobbled them up as he comes into the pits now. We'll just watch him on pit transit. See the Red Bull R33 Skyline come into the pits. He takes a set of tyres. He's going to rim that tank now. He's going to pop out, I dare say he's going to pop out on the medium tyre, which he does not. He comes back out on the soft. So it looks like Water Arrow may be in for a fair few pit stops tonight. We just go up in the field. We've noticed that Ando is still close to Giffo here. So Sneaky Stevo has pulled out a big gap now over this pack. Got good vibes, about a second and a half ahead of Giffo here, with Ando about a second and a half behind him. So even though Ando is suffering on his tyre wear, and you can see he's slowly slipped back a little bit, he's been doing much better on his fuel. It was a bit different in our race, the GT300s. We only had one pit stop to make for most people. There was a couple of us that was calculated our tyres and fuel, myself included, that had to go in for that second stop in the last 5-10 minutes or so. But the tyre wear is definitely a lot larger on these cars here at the moment, being more horsepower. There's a lot of rear-bouncing on that rear axle of Giffo's car on corner exits. Tuning secret, he's managed to get that car going in a pretty good direction setup wise. We'll just jump back here to Ando. He's got probably 2/3 of a tank left, but he's under halfway on his front tyres, and you've got Giffo just ahead who's got more than half on his tyres, but he's almost at halfway on his fuel. Mac Nova's not too far behind these guys. He's a few seconds down, maybe about 4 seconds back. Going not too bad. He is suffering with a bit of tyre wear. He's used up half a tank of fuel there, so he's been a bit thirsty. But he's in a pretty decent position here, ready to mop up any mistakes or incidents that happen in the head. Then we've got Brucey there in 6th place, doing very good on his fuel and tyre wear as well. It's probably the best of the tyre wear and pretty good on fuel, almost as good as Ando. And then Water Arrow, he's been the only person to pit. Yes, he is on the racing mediums. So he's going to go for a longer stint here than the first stint on the racing softs. So just jump up the front here to Stevo. He's got a commanding lead now. That about an 8-10 second lead, about 10-second lead over Good Vibes behind. He's just hit about half a tank of fuel. He's worn out about a third of his tyres. Very, very even tyre wear here. He's potentially looking to extend this entire stint to use his entire fuel tank and then send her on one stop on the mediums, or will he pop in and choose to two-stop those soft tyres for the whole race? The racing soft is the mandatory tyre. The racing medium is available, but it is optional. You don't have to run it. All you have to do is run the racing soft. Vibes here in second. He's picked up more of a lead now ahead of Giffo, who is in third, with Ando still in tow with very, very old, aging front tyres there. Able to fully utilise the car. He's running around crippled at the moment. We're losing a bit of time from our leader Stevo here, but more importantly not being able to catch back up to Giffo. and utilise any toe or put any pressure on to force a mistake. Dare say Ando will be in the pits very, very soon. We are 1/4 of the way into the race. It's the 15-minute mark right here. You've got Steve-O in first. You've got Good Vibes there in second. Giffo is in third, and on here with Ando at the moment in fourth. As you see in the background, Mac Nova not too far behind in fifth, followed by Brucey in sixth, and then a little bit more back we've got Water Arrow, the only pitter of the race so far. He's out on a set of mediums after chewing up some soft tyres in his R33 Skyline. So you've also got Giffo and Steve-O running as a team here. Valvoline Lamborghinis. Steve-O go around again. It looks like he's going to keep circling around. Those tyres aren't doing him any mischiefs. He's just keeping it on track. They're not too worn. You've got Vibes behind who will continue around again as well. He's doing very well on his tyres. Gifo's used a little bit more front tyres than the guys ahead of him, but he's still very, very good considering behind. You've got Ando who's now jumping into the pits. He's used just over half a tank of fuel. Those tyres are cooked on the front. It's the curse of the Skylines. Being a four-wheel drive car, they tend to eat up the rubber on the front. It's the trade-off that you have. Ando. He's taking some fuel too. He's going to rim the tank. It's going to come out on a fresh set of tyres as well. So we've got Water Arrow behind now in 7th. He's pitted. We've got Ando in 6th. He's on a set of racing mediums at the moment. He's just pitted. You've got Brucey ahead. Just used half a tank of fuel now. Still very, very good on the tyres. These will last his entire tank. Hitting the numbers he needs to hit in 5th place. You've got Mac Nova there in 4th. Looking like he might be close to coming in with his fuel and tyre numbers. Giffo in a similar position. Doesn't want to use up too much more on those front tyres before they start hindering him. But he's doing very well sitting there in 3rd place. A bit up the road there. You've got Good Vibes, about 4-second gap. 5-second gap by the looks of it. And then he's about 10 seconds behind Steve-O here at the moment, who has absolutely dominated this race, this first round of the All Japan Touring Car Championship run by Street2Track. Here's Steve-O, he's going to keep circling around the track. We are 18 minutes into the race. He's got 2 options. He can come around one more time, jump into the pits or make it a 2-stop serving 3 20-minute stints, or he can try and extend this to half race distance close enough to and go for the 1-stop, potentially come out on the mediums for the rest of the race home. All depends on what his fuel number can look like. Vibes here in 2nd place. He's doing well on his tyre wear and his fuel. He's got a little bit better fuel than the car ahead, potentially a lap more in that tank. We are 9 laps into the race now. The guys are on their 10th lap. We've got Giffo behind. He's used a lot more front tyre and it's starting to wear quite a bit quick. He's also coming down close to 1/4 of a tank here. He's done very well to get up into 3rd and maintain 3rd, especially with Ando at the start of the race being so dangerous in that Skyline until the rubber fell off. And once the rubber fell off, Giffo was able to slowly capitalise by pulling away from Ando lap after lap. Mac Nova as well, he's just hit the 1/4 of a tank mark. He's got about 1/4 left on that front left, not too much more on that front right. This is about the time where the softs really hurt you. Your times start slipping, the car gets slidey, there's not enough grip there. You think you've got longer on these tyres, but in all honesty you need to get off them as soon as they hit this point. We are 19.5 minutes in, so we are 20 minutes into this race. It looks like Mac Nova, if he comes in now, will be able to go with a 2-stop strategy. as everyone's very spread out now. You've got Steve-O in the lead from Good Vibes, followed by Giffo, and we're on here with McNova in 4th place. Just watching this lap. Wait till he finishes, see if he comes in for a pit stop. And you've got Brucey behind in 5th, who was arguably the best on fuel and tyre only a few laps ago, potentially going for a 1-stop this race, which is a smart thing. So we've got Giffo up ahead into the pits now. We're going to see McNova come in. Yes, we do. So we've got McNova in the pits, we've got Giffo in the pits too. So that leaves Steve-O, Good Vibes and Brucey as the only cars not to pit right now. We'll stay on with Giffo here and see how far back behind Brucey he comes out. Is he going to fill the tank right up here, or is he going to put about 3/4 into it? He does put about 3/4 into it, going for a slightly lighter car. He comes out, we've got Ando as well. Ando's just passed him, so Ando was behind him. That's crucial, that's critical there. Giffo was a fair margin, about 2 seconds to 3 seconds ahead of Ando when Ando pitted. Ando's come out on a medium tyre as well. Giffo is on the soft. So Giffo's been the big loser out of the pit stop cycle so far. You've got Water Arrow all the way back there in 6th place. You've got Brucey now up into 3rd. On here with Giffo at the moment as he's putting pressure on Ando. Giffo behind him in 5th on the better compound. Ando's tyres are already a few laps old, they are up to temperature. Giffo's got to warm his up slightly. Oh, what's happened there? It looks like Ando's made a big mistake. Looks like he's picked up the brakes and he's managed to go right instead of left. Picked up a little bit of damage there on the front too, so it'll take a little while for that to clear. You've got McNova coming through in 6th place behind. So Ando, another mistake. There's a couple of mistakes this race. It's a bit rare for him. Just going to say he's a hard man to pass. Unfortunately, he's just made a mistake and Giffo's taken advantage for being right behind on the fresh tyre. McNova here in 6th place at the moment. He's come out on a set of racing mediums, he's filled the tank up. Got Water Arrow as well on the set of racing mediums and starting to age a little bit. He's got a half-second penalty and just over half a tank of fuel. So he'll serve that penalty right now coming down the straight. So all the way back down on the grid. Mackie in 6th, Ando 5th, Giffo 4th. We've got Brucey here, who's still on his original set of racing softs, so about halfway done. He's got about 1/3 of a tank of fuel as well. We are 23 minutes in. This is on point for the 1-stop from Brucey, which with that kind of tyre wear is smart. You might lose a few seconds all up on track, but you gain so much in not having that whole pit transit as we go back. So you've got Giffo. He is behind here. He's in 4th, with Brucey in 3rd, who hasn't pitted yet, but Giffo is like a good 10-15 seconds behind Brucey here. So by the time Giffo will catch up on those better tyres, Brucey will go in for his only pit stop, and then Giffo will have one more pit stop after this. Vibes ahead here, he's still choosing not to pit. Let's see if he comes in this lap. We've got Steve-O, he's gone around again. It looks like Steve-O is trying to make the 1-stop work. The same with Vibes here. In a second he goes around, he chooses not to pit. So Steve-O, Vibes, Brucey, your top 3. Also the 3 cars on track not to pit yet. Those pit stops will be coming up in about 5 minutes time. These boys are all on point with their wear rates and their fuel numbers to hit what they need to get that 1-stop done. They will come in, they will throw on a set of racing soft tyres, they will fill the cars back up, and they will go out and finish the race with 1 stop, while a few people behind, I believe everybody behind Giffo, Ando, McNova and Water Arrow are all on a two-stop strategy here. This could be Brucey's way to the podium. Just starting the race in last place down in 7th and sitting down the back for most of the race. His strategy is now paying off. He is a fair way back from 2nd here. Where he's sitting is pretty strong. We've got Giffo who is catching up rapidly behind. I dare say he's taken at least 2 or 3 seconds out of that gap now. He's on the fresh set, he's right there, he's much closer. So Brucey's got to endure another 4 to 5 minutes of this. Having the time strike on his Delta. Seeing that Giffo is approaching really fast. Brucey just needs to stay cool, calm, collected. We've seen him do it so many times. Run a good strategy, be a strong contender at the end of the race. Run through your field again. You've got Steve-O there in the lead. Nice big commanding lead. Back to good vibes here. In 2nd place, these two boys have run away from the rest of the field. They have both not stopped yet. You've got Brucey behind in 3rd who has not stopped yet, but you've also got Giffo just here catching him. That gap is falling rapidly. And this is part of it, this is part of the mental battle, this is part of Giffo having to go as fast as he can to make up for being on a 2-stop strategy. And then you've got Brucey as well, who's got to not fall into the trap of over-pushing the car to try and stop Giffo from catching up so fast. He's just got to run his own race. And the both of them, that can be what's their undoing. Giffo either pushing too hard to make up for the 2-stop, or Brucey panicking about Giffo being an alternative strategy and in an attacking position on track. We are 27.5 minutes into our 1 hour race. We are closing into that halfway point where we expect to see Steve-O, Vibes and Brucey all pit. We are at Suzuka. We do know rain is a possibility here, but the whole time was Giffo's just gone too wide. We've done that a couple of times this race. It's easy to do. You go too wide, you pick up a bit of the grass, the slippery stuff, and then that's it. Can't break in time for the corner, unfortunate. Giffo was doing very well there. Let's go back to Ando. He's on the racing medium compound. He's still got 2/3 of the tank of fuel. As we see, Vibes now the first of the 3 remaining cars on track not to pit. To be the first to blink, he will have a huge lead still on the rest of the guys, as we will go jump on with Vibes here. As he takes his pit stop, he'll come out ahead of Brucey as well, who still needs to pit. He also comes out ahead of Giffo. He's going to be well ahead of these 2 boys. Brucey is coming around now. Here he comes. And then there's Vibes coming out of the pits. So Brucey up now into 2nd place. He's probably on the last lap or 2 of his strategy. Vibes is on a very similar strategy, pitting early, taking the entire tank of fuel. We may see Brucey pit a lap or 2 later and not take the entire tank of fuel. Steve-O is still out there. He has not pit yet. He has got a commanding lead over this group now. We've got Brucey in 2nd here, not pitted yet. Then just behind, we've got Vibes, who has pitted. He's on the 1-stop strategy. And then behind him, not too far, is Giffo, who pitted very early, pitted like 10 minutes ago now. So it looks like he is on a 2-stop strategy. We've got Ando behind, who's potentially on the 2-stop strategy as well. We'll have to wait and see. You got McNova back there in 6th place. Water Arrow down in 7th. Looks like he's probably going to need to pit again. Those mediums are not going to last, but that fuel's not going to last either. As Steve-O is now in the pits. We've got Steve-O here in 1st place. He is in the pits, but what's going on behind is we've got Brucey now. He's going to be under attack from Vibes. Good Vibes catching Brucey really quick. Look at that. Good Vibes has already pit over Brucey as well. Brucey has not, so Brucey will need to come in and serve a pit. He'll more than likely do it this lap. If not this lap, it is definitely the next lap. He's on a worn set of softs. He's done really good to keep them in the zone where they're actually usable and not where they are too worn out and can't be used. So Brucey now comes into the pits. Interesting to see where he comes out. Means Giffo will inherit 3rd position. Ando will inherit 4th position. We've seen McNova come around as well and take advantage. So the wheels are off, the new fresh rubber is on, the fuel is getting loaded. Brucey done very well, hadn't used all of his fuel. Is he going to fill it up, or is he going to save a few percent off? He basically fills it up. He's a couple of litres short, but he doesn't need it now. He can go full send. Water Arrow is still down there in 7th on the set of racing mediums. Brucey now has served his one and only pit stop for this race. He's on the one-stop strategy tonight. He now has fresh rubber. He's got a basically full tank of fuel. He's got enough fuel to get to the end of the race. While ahead we've got McNova, who could potentially be stopping again. We're unsure. Same with Ando. We're not exactly sure what the strategies are with these boys. Giffo will definitely need another stop. Good Vibes is on the one-stop strategy. So is Steve-O here. So Steve-O hasn't quite run away with it, but he's got a really, really commanding lead here over Steve-O at the moment. It looks like Giffo is starting to get close enough to put pressure on. Just jump on board with Giffo here. Get around for a lap with Giffo. Mazda comfortably sitting in third place at the moment. Got good vibes, a little bit ahead on fresher rubber on the one-stop strategy. Look, Kifo here now, he's only got a quarter of a tank left with 25 minutes to go. He should be pitting in the next 5 minutes to execute his two-stop strategy. I think Ando is in a very similar position as well. Don't know if that fuel's going to make it as racing mediums. He's been on for a very, very long time now. He was the second of the cars to pit. We had Water Arrow first to pit. Ando a few laps later had to pit. And speaking of Water Arrow, he is back in the pits now. He's picked up a half-second penalty potentially at the end of the lap there through the bus stop chicane. Pit crew eagerly await the car to come in. It's in, it's up, the wheels are off, the wheels are now back on, he's got fresh rubber on the car. They're just going to top that car right up with 25 minutes remaining. Comes out, he's there in the last place, but that should be it. That's his last pit stop there, done. Steve-O absolutely annihilating the field here in first place on the one-stop strategy. His numbers look good, the same with the vibes behind. Kifo not looking so good. He is maintaining third position, but he is needing to pit very, very soon. This is our first car on track that has done or is executing a two-stop strategy. He hasn't stopped that second time yet. But as you can see by his tyre and fuel wear, he's not going to make another 23 minutes. So he's definitely got another pit stop in him. Assuming Ando does as well, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've got McNova behind, he has picked up a little bit of damage. Oh, he just makes a bit of a mistake there. Brucey comes through as well. Looks like Brucey is going to take 5th place from McNova makes a mistake. Brucey takes that spot off him. So Brucey is now up to 5th after starting the race in last place, executing his one-stop strategy perfectly. He's now potentially got a couple of cars ahead that still have to pit. He may be able to make his one-stop strategy jump those guys. If not, we're right up there with him. He's now got McNova behind. McNova is on the racing mediums. So Brucey's on a fresher compound and a better compound. So Brucey should start pulling a gap over McNova now. You've got Ando, Kifo ahead, potentially pitting. Steve-O and Vibes have pitted. They are right to the end of the race. Just on here with Gifford, seeing what he's doing. Is he going to come into the pits now? He's going to go around again. That fuel light is blinking at him. His tyres are screaming at him. He's due in any time now. He's going to go one more lap. McNova will need a potential pit stop as well. 20 minutes of the race left. He's only got 1/4 of a tank of fuel. I'm sure those mediums will last him until the end of the race, but that fuel load is not correct for the amount of race that is left over. As we see him come into the pits now, what's he going to do? Is he going to jump off the mediums and jump back onto some softs? Is he just going to take fuel? The pit crew have new tyres sitting there waiting for him. It's his call as they come down the pit lane. What are they going to do? Looks like a potential fresh set of soft tyres is going on, and that tank is getting brimmed. He's going to be sending it home now. Fills it right up, gets on the Racing Soft compound. He is sending that home. No more pit stops here for McNova. So Arrow and McNova have completed their last pit cycles. Brucey's also completed his pit cycle, executing a different strategy to some of the cars. We're still unsure about Ando here. I think he will have to pit judging on his fuel wear. Made a couple of mistakes tonight. Giffo here in third place. He will be pitting now. We'll just stay on with him while he pits. Comes in now, he just shoots into that short little pit entry. The team are now coming out. He's got a fresh set of softs sitting there waiting for him. Pit crew are just waiting Giffo as he arrives. Done the tyre change now. He's got a fresh set of the racing softs on. They're just going to fuel him up to the end of the race now. Should take about 3/4 of a tank, thereabouts, just over potentially, yep. Same as his last pit stop when he comes out. So he's not too far ahead of Brucey here. Brucey's got less fuel and less tyre than Giffo. Giffo's able to full send it, so Brucey almost gets that undercut complete, or alternate strategy complete. So you've got Brucey in 5th on a 1-stop and Giffo in 4th on a 2-stop. We've got Ando here now as well. He's just hit 1/4 of a tank of fuel left. He's on a half-worn set of racing mediums on the front. The rear tyres, they're going to be fine. They're going to be no issue whatsoever. The full drive nature of the Skyline ends up chewing those front tyres. We go through our field one more time now. We've got 17 minutes remaining of this first round of the All Japan Touring Car Series, hosted by Street2Track. We had my point of view for the GT300s, and now we're just watching a race replay of the GT500s, and we've got Steve-O here with an absolutely dominating, commanding lead as he's just coming up to a car ahead of him. We've got Good Vibes behind, one whole sector behind essentially. We've got Ando now in the pits. He should come out on a fresh set of racing softs. With that car fueled up to the end, will be very quick, very hard for him not to get the fastest lap here. We'll have to wait and see. Fresh boots. Whacking fuel in it now. How much does he come out with? He just loses a spot there to Giffo. Looks like he's come out on a set of racing soft tyres. Not too far behind Giffo. He's managed to get ahead of Brucey. So Giffo and Ando both on the 2-stop strategy, ahead of Brucey on a 1-stop. McNova and Arrow are both on a 2-stop strategy too. So it's just Vibes and Steve-O here. So Vibes has now gotten ahead of Water Arrow. Water Arrow has now been lapped by Vibes here as he serves another half-second pen. We've seen that a couple of times this race. Bit unfortunate for him. So yeah, Steve-O in the lead, commanding lead. A whole sector essentially over Good Vibes here. You've got Giffo, who is about the same amount of distance back. But then behind, as you can see, not too far, you've got Ando and you've got Brucey. Brucey's there just hitting his numbers, ready to mop up any mistakes. The two guys ahead of him, mate. Ando and Giffo are both on the 2-stop strategy. Giffo is in 3rd, Ando's like 2 seconds behind him here in 4th at the moment. So potentially things can heat up here any moment. It's motor racing, anything can happen. So this is it. This is where the battle's at. You've got Giffo with Ando chasing him down. And then we've got Brucey as well. Just on board here with Ando as he attempts to chase down Giffo here. Emma first fourth drive. Surprising all those guys showed up tonight in the Diablo. It seems to be the car pick of GT500 category, just like the Mazda RX-7 seems to be the pick of the 300 category. We had Matt take that one out tonight, absolutely stonking qualifying time, even better race time. Got it down into the 207s, which is about 8 or 9 seconds slower than Steve-O's fastest lap here at the moment. But absolutely amazing race from him. Then we had Stone Harbour and Goju rounding out our podium. Here at the moment it looks like Sneaky Steve-O and Good Vibes are going to be coming home first and second, with Giffo and Ando still undecided about this. Last step of the podium here as Ando is up on his time. Giffo ahead doing everything he can to stay as far ahead as possible. Catch up. Very easy to make a mistake here at the track as well. You've got some slippery sections on the curbs, and then it's very easy to drop a tyre into the grass in a couple of spots here. It's doing very well to keep it on track. We've seen a few mistakes. A couple of mistakes from Water Arrow, a couple from Mando as well. We've got Sneaky Steve-O and Good Vibes in first and second on the one-stop strategy, as well as Bruce in fifth on a one-stop strategy. He's just fallen a little bit behind these guys now. Will come out a bit later in the race on fresher tyres. So a 1:59 there from Mando. That's his best lap of the race so far. Gifo's got a bit of defending to do. It looks like the gap between him and Ando's come down a little bit. As we see Ando in the back of essentially every shot we see Giffo in now. So Ando's there, he's only a couple of seconds behind. Giffo trying to hold on to third place here. He's done very well, he's come out of the box. Managed to just stick to his guns and run his race strategy the way he wants it. He was a lot closer to Good Vibes earlier on. But the difference in tyre wear and Giffo being forced to go on the two-stop strategy made it almost impossible for Giffo to fight for second with Good Vibes, who was doing better at keeping his tyres in the optimal range and managed to make him last for half the race, allowing that one-stop strategy to happen. Right now, just on here with Giffo, we've got just over 10 minutes remaining. Just watching Giffo here as he's under a bit of pressure from Ando behind. Not direct pressure at the moment, Ando's not there fighting for the spot. Ando's slowly closing in, making his presence known, and Giffo will be seeing those time deltas starting to slowly drop down, telling him that Ando is quicker. See, Ando's another 59. Giffo's in the 2 minutes still. So Giffo could potentially be under threat from Ando in a few laps time. That's all we've got as well. We have 50 minutes into the race. We have 10 minutes remaining. We have 5 laps to go essentially for these guys. Nova now being blue flagged because he's got a Steve-O behind him. Steve-O with 10 minutes remaining. He's got 1/3 of a tank of fuel. He's got half of his tyres left. That is bang on perfect of what he needs to bring it home. Got good vibes. So he's got slightly more fuel, but slightly worse front left-hand tyre there. Otherwise, the numbers are the same. Then we go back. We've got Giffo, who looks like he's extended a bit of a lead over Ando here. So I don't know whether Ando's made some kind of mistake or not. Ando is still trying to catch up here to the back of Giffo. I've been very interested in how much there's, if you just watch that rear axle of Giffo's car on the corner exit, that tyre, especially the outside rear tyre, bounces a hell of a lot coming out of the corner. It's a bit weird watching the other cars as well because they don't really have that issue as well. See, very bouncy there, very bouncy. Alright. So McNova's given way here to Steve-O. McNova's currently sitting in 6th place. He's got enough fuel and tyre to get home. He hasn't got any cars to overtake or pass ahead of him. He's got Water Arrow not too far behind. Or he just picks up and makes a bit of a mistake into the hairpin. Water Arrow not having the greatest of races here. Tonight he's in the R33 Skyline. It is a very, very quick car, but it can punish you if you don't drive it right, and I think that's what's happened here tonight. This Water Arrow has shown up last minute. The car has not rewarded him for his efforts because it's very very hungry on those front tyres. You have to set your car up and you diff up very, very well to manage that. It just hasn't happened for him tonight, so it's pretty unfortunate to see him all the way back down at the back of the grid. But you know, that's motor racing, that happens unfortunately as Steve-O comes around. Another 2-minute flat. Look at those times. It's 2-minute flats at 59s. Doing it very well here. He's also got the fastest lap for 1 minute 58.7 at 6.2 and a humongous lead there. As you see, he's into corner 1. He's going to come through corners 2, 3, 4 and potentially 5 before Good Vibes even passes the finish line. So you're looking at a 30-second plus lead. Yeah, you're looking at about a 30-second lead at the moment. Steve-O has over Good Vibes here in 2nd, who has also gotten around Water Arrow. Giffo here in 3rd place. He was fighting a very, very fast and hungry Ando, but it looks like Ando's made a huge mistake doing a 2 minute and 6 on the last lap. He is down 6 seconds on this lap as well, so not doing very well at all. His tyre wear is going to be hurting him as well. Those front tyres are absolutely worn out. He's got potential for Brucey to overtake him as well. We've got Brucey not too far behind. Very similar tyre wear on the front, but Brucey's managed to hold it together, and that car doesn't require those front tyres to be good like the Skyline does with its 4-wheel drive system. So we could potentially see Brucey in the hunt for a top 4 here tonight. It'll be good to see. He's always very good. He's there at the end of every race. He's got very good late race pace, and he's always manages to make his strategy stick him into the mix somewhere. Ando's trying to send that car, so it's a 2:05 on that last lap there. So he's had 2 very bad laps. After having 2 very good laps and catching up to the back of Giffo, he's managed to unfortunately bottle it. Let's see how much that car's hurting on its front end grip as he tries to turn. We have 5 minutes remaining. As you can see, Ando's down 1.4 seconds halfway through the lap on his time. That's a definite indicator of a car that is struggling as well. Brucey's there in the background. Don't think he's close enough to be a threat unless Ando makes some kind of mistake. Brucey looks like he's going to finish in 5th. Got McNova down there in 6th place and Water Arrow in 7th, rounding out our grid. But GG's here to Steve-O. We've only got just under 5 minutes remaining, and it looks like he's the man that's going to take out the race win here. He's got a massive lead over Good Vibes. We've got him second, so it's about 30 seconds up the road of Good Vibes, who is also needs to be congratulated. They've both done very, very well on their one-stop strategies and their race pace, keeping it up there, enabling them to stay in those top 2 positions. Then we've got Gifo here, who is a fair whack behind as well. He's probably a minute off the lead, about another 30 seconds behind Good Vibes here. He has done a 2-stop strategy though, so he's done that whole pit transit 1 extra time. So a big congratulations to him as well for holding on to 3rd place. And just behind here, Ando's been very unlucky, very unfortunate. A few race incidents, one at the start of the race, then chewing up his front tyres, and then a couple over the last couple of laps, and now he's got a front tyre problem again in that Skyline. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board for the rest of the series on it. I mean, it would have been a totally different kettle of fish if it rained here as well. Suzuka has potential rain. If it rained here, that Skyline would be an absolute weapon on the wet tyres compared to the rest of the field, or rear drive cars. This is 4-wheel drive. Bruce is just hanging on to the back of Ando here. He's not quite close enough to be a threat, but he is close enough to take advantage of any mistakes, if there are any more, coming out of Ando tonight. You got Mackin over there in 6. You got Water Arrow. He looks like he's parked it up. He's either having car issues or he's just retiring the car. Yeah, the pit crew there, they look devastated. He's parked the car up. So Water Arrow will be finishing in 7th and last place here tonight in our field of 7 drivers for our first round of the Street2Track All Japan Touring Car Series. We are in the GT500 category. There was another GT300 category run a little bit earlier where we were running our point of view in the race. We have Matt come out with the victory there at the fastest lap and pole position. Absolutely slaughtered the rest of the field. Then we had Stoney and Goju rounding out the podium for that race. As we come into the final minutes of the GT500 race here, at the moment we've got Steve-O in the lead, a massive lead over Vibes in second, who has massive now distance to Gifo behind in 3rd place, and Ando is sitting in 4th with Brucey in 5th place. Then we have Macnova in 6th place, and we've got Water Arrow, who has now come out of the pits on a fresh set of racing softs. Looks like he's just going to come out and get the car around to finish the race. He's going to be a couple of laps behind our leader there. He's going to be about 2 laps behind the leaders, but he's finished the race still, so good work there from Water Arrow. There's another one. The 2 Skylines in the race are going to have to go back to the drawing board. As Arrow picks up a half-second pen there. His penalties have not been nice to him at all. But Macnova just in at 6th place. He's coming around. He's got 1 more lap in him. We are only a minute away from the final call and the final lap of our first opening round of the GT500s. We've got Brucey here in 5th place, who is still not too far behind Ando. Close enough to be a threat, but close enough if anything happens to Ando ahead, who looks like he is really struggling here in 4th place on his front tyre, where those rear tyres look absolutely amazing. Ando has got nothing out of the front tyres at the moment. It's going to be a huge struggle. Got Good Vibes ahead of Gifo. Slightly worse tyres, but it's not going to matter. They're all on their final laps. You've got Steve-O here now. He's on his last lap. He's called his fuel to perfection. His tyre wear, they're looking a bit shot at the moment. He's slipped into the 201s. He's lost a couple of seconds off his fastest time and his average time there. He was doing a lot of 59s. He's now into the 201s. He is on his final lap. As Ando finishes the race in 4th position here. We'll just go up to Brucey in 5th. Water Arrow will come home in 6th. That means Macnova is guaranteed to come home in 6th. So with Water Arrow in 7th. Macnova's guaranteed to come home in 6th. So your top three do get that victory lap. We've got Steve-O here coming through the final few corners now. Absolute dominance this race. He's led this race from start to finish. He's got his strategy on point. He's picked up the fastest lap of the race too, so well done to Steve-O. Great point haul for him. Sends it over the line here at the end. Well done. Comes in first place. Great dominating drive by him. And we've got Good Vibes here. It's just about to come around the final couple of corners. He will come home in second place after doing the same strategy as Steve-O and Brucey tonight. The one stop. Everyone else was on a two stop. So Good Vibes manages to bring it home in second on the one-stop strategy. Good work, great drive, mate. And then we've got GT500 who is behind in third. He's about to come through that last sector of the track as well. He's currently on the back straight here. He is Steve-O's teammate as well, so great team drive from GT500 and Steve-O. GT500 on the two-stop strategy. Managed to hold off a charging Ando who just made a few too many mistakes there. Well done, GT500. As he brings it home across the line to finish off the last person to finish the race here. He comes home in third position, and that's it. That's done. That's our GT500 race that we had tonight. So we had Steve-O coming out with the win over Good Vibes, followed by GT500 as your top three for the race. Well done, boys. Alright, now that that's over and done with, I think we're going to raid out. Alright, thank you guys very much for showing up and putting a spectacle on for us to watch. We've got GT3 racing tomorrow in the Street2Track GT3 series. And then after Tuesday, we've got a Wednesday off. The Wednesday series is currently it's going to be off for a couple of weeks as we change over to the new car and new settings. Alright, thank you guys very much and have a good one.